Welcome back to The Mix. I'm joined by premier voiceover actor Joan Baker. You may be familiar with her voice from voiceovers for HBO, ESPN, American Express, and Olay, amongst countless others. In addition to that on-air work, she also is the author of Secrets of Voiceover Success, and I'm excited to have her here to spill the beans on the secrets of voiceovers. Joan, welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Gigi.
So it is very few people who succeed in this business. A lot of people don't even know that you can get into the voiceover field, and yet there's a very few that are at the top doing most of the voiceovers. What is their secret?
Okay, the secret, or at least one of the secrets, is that you really have to be savvy about the industry you're getting into. So you need to read, and including my book, but there are many books on voiceover, but you need to read about the industry, and whether it's on the internet or books or talk to people that are in the industry, you have to get as much information as you can so that you can accurately market your voice in the industry, because it's not that your voice isn't going to take you to the top, because there's too many people that actually have a good voice, but they know how to read copy, they know how to interpret it, and they know the business side of it really, really well, and they're not afraid to showcase their product, meaning their voice, to whomever can give them work. So it does take a lot of courage, and it does take a lot of fearlessness or naivete. But the thing about voiceover and the I think, conception about it is that people get approached all the time that they have a great voice. Like I coach, so people come to me all the time and they're like, I have a great voice, so when do I start?
Right. It's being an actor. You have to train it. And
you have to train it, including your body. Like train your body, train your voice, train your mind, and emotionally. Because what stops most people is their emotions. It's not their talent. It's not their voice that stops them. It's not even a bad attitude, because there are plenty of people that do. It's usually emotionally.
Do you have different voices for different things that you do?
I do, and a lot what happens is that when I get a job, I will create something on the spot with the producer, and it could be just my regular voice, but a lot of times there's nuances and subtleties that...
Give us an example of one of your voices, not your regular one.
Okay. Well, I spend a lot of my days talking like that. You know, because I do get a lot of work that's, sensual or what's considered sexy or even over the top. So I love doing...
You do animation, cartoons?
I do.
I could do, character voices.
I could, I'm actually very versatile. And it's funny, because before I got into voiceover, no one ever said anything about my voice. That's actually not the reason why I got into it. I got into it because I could do cartoon and character voices. And at the time, I thought that's what voiceover was. I had no idea that my regular voice was good enough or appropriate for even the genre.
And your book really goes into the history of voiceovers and how the medium has changed.
Yes.
So what's the most significant way it's changed from what you've observed and studied?
Well, I think it's changed in the sense that people that have a studio in their home, they don't have to be in a major market. They don't have to live in New York, and they don't have to live in LA, which are the two major markets. Chicago's a major market as well, but the two prominent ones are New York and Los Angeles. You could actually work from your home if you put in an ISD inline at your home. So you don't have to be in New York to do it. You could be in Philadelphia. You could be in Florida.
You speak through a mic. It sounds very relaxing.
Yes, it is.
It's a great job that you never have to leave your house.
Yeah, and it's funny because in this book, I'm actually a first-time author. I did not know anything about the publishing industry. I knew nothing about getting a literary agent.
And you got David Hyde Pierce to write the
foreword. I did, and I went through. I had a wish list of people that I wanted in the book, and I had a wish list of the people that I wanted to forward the book. I wanted to get a celebrity to forward the book because I really wanted to generate attention for donating my royalties to Alzheimer's. So I called a number of people, and I got a lot of no's. And in my mind, I was not attached to who was going to do it. All I wanted to know is who was going to be enthusiastic and really believe in the project, and it just so happened David Hyde Pierce was. He's also the spokesperson for the Alzheimer's Association, and he said his favorite topic is voiceover. So with the two together, it was too irresistible for him to pass up, and he loved the proposal that I had sent him too. So the idea of the book was really unusual in the sense that usually voiceover, you would not put that together with Alzheimer's.
What was your first role? We got to ask you before we go.
Oh wait, my first role?
Yeah, your first voice that you did.
It was for a show called The Jane Show. It was on Fox, and it was a promo promoting her show. That was the first show I got. The first commercial I got was for Olay. And
what's your favorite voice you've ever done? Do it for us before we go.
It was actually a cartoon voice. It was for an animation, and I was a little girl superhero, and so I would also do the sound effects. So she would jump off like a cliff, and she'd go, and then she'd hit the ground, and I'd have to go. I'd watch it to the television, and I'd go, oh, like when the character would hit the ground. So I got to do all these sound effects within doing the character voice, and I love that.
Okay, your book is called The Secrets of Voiceover Success. Joan Baker, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to hearing more about your secrets and reading about them, and thanks for watching The Mix. See you next time. Don't go away.